Welcome to Studio ROLF. We discuss songwriting and artistic journeys. Visit lucasfrankenstein.com.
Hi, I am Lucas and welcome to Studio ROLF. Muzyka ROLF is a radio show dedicated to music, bringing together bands, artists, and creators from various genres and countries. We discuss the behind the scenes of songwriters, inspiration, and the guest artistic journeys. The program is part of the online radio online Lucas Frankenstein, in short version Radio Rolf. We invite artists and sponsors interested in promoting their companies and products on shows and online. All info you can find on website lucasfrankenstein.com and of course on subtitles who is added on comments and soon be added extra information what you see in a special code QR. Today we have a special guest from Netherlands, singer, guitarist, music journalist, publishers of Dé Blueskrant, concert, agent, and tour manager from Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Studio ROLF on Radio Online. Lucas Frankenstein, frontman of SPOOK the Band, has just returned with the incredible new album titled Human, the song Straight to Hell. From this album took first place in the 16th edition to Radio ROLF Top 20 chart thanks to listeners' vote, for which we are very grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome special guest. And this is Marijn Ooijman. Hello, Marijn.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Rolf. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, it's very nice to you have time to this discussion and we can spoke and have nice conversation about you and about band. So let's we start with the first questions. Marijn, let's start with a timeline that it's honestly mind-blowing. Your debut album, Colors, came out in 2002 and your latest record, Human, was realized on June 17, 2026, exactly 24 years later. What was happening in your life and which you that made the world wait nearly a quarter of century of new full-length studio release?
Well, actually, it is 25 years. I think on my website is 2002. But actually, it was 2001. So it's actually exact 25 years ago. And what happened in those years? A lot, really a lot. When we started this band, when we recorded the album, after the recording of the album, Colors, I had to have myself a new band for the biggest part of the band. The drummer and the bass player stayed, but two new guitarists and a percussionist I added to the band, and so we started actually with a new band, and we toured a lot, we played a lot, but at one moment I had the stupid idea just before we had a tour in Scotland. We arranged a tour in Scotland. Just before that happened, I bought a bar in my hometown. So we kept on playing a little bit, but I was so busy with my bar, where I programmed a lot of bands on my stage. Actually, Spook stopped for a while, actually, and after I quit the bar, I sold the bar. I started my own booking agency and I started touring with American and English artists. Some were blues artists like Michael Dotson. He played Magic Slim and the Teardrops, but I did Kyla Brox, Lopez, Steve Conte, Kyf Brewer, all kind of blues artists and rock artists. So I didn't have any much time to play myself. But like I said, I had Michael Dotson in my booking agency, and I formed a band around that American blues guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
And with that band, I started playing the blues when Michael was in America. We kept the ball rolling, and I started singing in a blues band. So I did a lot of other stuff. And I had a blues band and a southern rock band. I did other things,
Mm-hmm.
But well, I think 2020 I met Jeffrey, my guitar player from the band SPOOK in the early days, and I actually came living in the same town he was living in, and we were living very close by, and we thought, wow, come on, let's do something acoustic and see what we can do with the old stuff. And I had written new stuff through the years as well. I kept on writing songs, of course. And well, one thing leads to another, and we started recording a new album, and that was exactly about 25 years ago. And I never quit making music, but well, in a different direction. And after 25 years, we're back in the saddle again. You can say, yeah.
Yeah, I start to say that a little bit about that. My second question, because I want to ask about back in 2020, you and original guitarist Jeffrey Hawkins started archiving unreleased Spook songs, and by 2022 the lineup expanded, even including Ermine, the son of your late percussionist Eric. Did you immediately feel that it was the perfect moment to resurrect Spook, or did the decision mature slowly over time?
Well, like I said, we just started. Actually, it was Corona time, and Jeffrey and I start playing together acoustic songs. So wherever we could play, with the distance we had to keep, of course, to the public. But well, it felt really good. With Jeffrey, it always felt good. He's my he's literally my right hand, and without Jeffrey, I'm nothing. So it felt immediately very good, and we thought we have to do some more with it. And when things feel good, I get a lot of ideas, and I go crazy. And I think, and I thought, well, we can add a bass player. We can ask Marijn to do the percussion. He fell in for his late father, Eric, in the early days as well, when he was not well playing. And then the old drummer came back, and we added a key player. And actually, later on, after we recorded the new album, we added an extra guitar player, because I like to be free on stage. So we now we were with seven people, with seven musicians, and all the songs are crystallizing in the right way. So yeah, it slowed maturely to answer your question. Yeah.
And okay, so we can a little bit look in that situation what we have extra question in that moment when we had the pandemic. Did you feel that pandemic little bit helped to you, because a lot of people using that occasion and streaming live online in social media, so that means it's opened to door to find another people who can know about you much more. So did you using that occasion, did you feel that was a little bit help that situation change for the better or the bad?
Well, actually, it helped me. You know why it helped me? Because, like I said, I like to be free on stages. Whatever I did in the band Spook, and in every band I've been after that, I didn't play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And I write my songs on the couch, I sing under the shower, but playing in the band, well, that's yeah, well, it always was one bridge too far for me,
Oh,
but in the during the pandemic,
yes.
I started playing with Jeffrey, and I learned a lot from him about you know my songs. I wrote my songs on the guitar, but they got changed during the recording sessions. And Jeffrey knew what happened during the recording sessions. He listened to it, and he told me, hey, you can play it like this, play it like that. And I had to study, so it helped me in that pandemic period.
Mm-hmm.
Not by gain extra audience, but it, helped me with my skills, with my guitar skills. That was what happened for me in the pandemic.
Okay. We invite, of course, our guest or person who coming now or coming in the future to vote for Spook song "Straight to Hell" from this album, which took first place in the 16th edition Radio Rolf Top 20 charts in a poll pinned to the radio Facebook account. You can listen also the Radio Rolf Top 20 charts Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. Monday toward Saturday at 2 a.m., 6 a.m., 10 p.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. European time in Amsterdam, of course. More information can be found at lucasfrankenstein.com. Let's try it to listen that song one more time and Straight to Hell with a new album. New album have the name Human. We spoke about that album just one moment after when we listened the song. So, of course, please don't quit. We only concentration this moment for the music. Ladies and gentlemen, Straight to Hell. Special with dedication for you this day, this night. Yes, and we back one more time to you. I believe that we can continue that conversation. So it was very beautiful and nice song. I hope everyone who can listen for us, it was one more time back to this studio and listening this audition. Radio Online, Lucas Frankenstein online, and want to vote for this song in top 20 list in Radio Online, Lucas Frankenstein on Facebook. You can find ankeets in a website, Radio Online, Lucas Frankenstein, in a field pages. All information, of course, you can find in a website, lucasfrankenstein.com. All right. So now we can concentration for continue interview. I believe that everyone love that music and special your fans, of course. But we want to continue with the first question, and after that we have the extra question. Let's compare these two areas, Colors from 2002 and Human from 2026. If you look at the time from emotional and spiritual perspective, what kind of message did the young SPOOK carry at the turn of the millennium, and what kind of life wisdom of experience do you bring back on Human? How do these two albums differ mentally?
Yeah, well, Colors, there was a total different time, and Colors held a couple of songs I written in the 90s when I had some more a punk rock band, so a different attitude, but also songs about me. Waiting for the Night is about me in my dark, when I have a dark period in my life. Sometimes I have dark periods in my life. And the song To Be Me, it's about me. I know how it is to be me, but sometimes I want to be somebody else, about jealousy or something like that. So yeah, the songs are about me, or the things I think about, but there are also a couple of songs I wrote a lot earlier with little less message, So I think Human is more a statement, because I'm 25 years older, still thinking and want to learn who I am. I still don't know who I am. I'm 55 years old and still wondering who I am. And I think the title might says it all, because we're just human. Yeah, we're just human, and there's a journey in life for everybody, and a journey that goes up and down hills and highs and lows. And sometimes I think it's really difficult, and
Mhm.
I think life is difficult in sometimes, and I think that's why the songs are about, Straight to Hell. We just listen to it's about a new relationship after 24 years in a relationship, a new relationship. I'm very scared. I think my new relationship might be dragging me through to hell. I don't know what happened. I'm really scared. There's a song about my daughter, and she's singing on it. Dance for Me Now, that song. But also a song about when I was 27, I had a very rough period. And there was a time I could have joined the 27 club, not that I'm that artistic or as good as Jim Morrison or Janis Joplin or Jimi Hendrix, but I was 27 at that age when I had a very dark period. The song Trail of 27 is about that, And on the other hand, Movie Girl is an up-tempo song that goes about, and you might know it as well, Rolf. You must have had a crush on a movie star once in your life. Of course, everybody has that. That's what that song is all about. But it's more a journey. It's more, maybe you can say that Human is more a concept album about life's journey, and that Colors was, well, more diverse and more, well, not that well overthought. Let me say that. Human, I really thought about it, how the feel must be and how the songs must be. And Colors, I didn't have that hand in that. I had not that experience at that time. And it's just a journey, getting older, coming of age, that kind of stuff.
Mhm. Moving on the musical side of things, your style is a beautiful, seamless blend of pop, rock, blues, jazz, and singer-songwriter storytelling. How has your sound evolved on the new album compared to the early days? Did you having reach 7-piece lineup in the studio allow you to experiment in ways you couldn't in the past?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's also a coming of age experience thing, because in the first album, I had not a clue about producing an album. I had a producer who told me how he gonna how he worked, and how he thought it was the best way to do it. And I was, all right, okay, if you think that's the best way, please do it. And I was not experienced in that way. And
Sound. We don't have it sound. It's something happened. Just one moment, because maybe the guests have the problem with the sound, with internet. I don't know why. All right, maybe we are
we
back.
still,
Yeah,
we,
now,
we,
yeah, now we can back. We
all right,
listen to you.
all right. Well, like I said, I wasn't experienced enough. And now these songs, um, I wrote through the years, and they had time to mature. And I really know what I want, and I really know that who I want on my album to help out, like the Leo and Sam Janssen, the wonderful AJ Plug helped me out, Big Bo, all musicians in the blues roots world. They're well known here in Holland. They're so good. Roel Spanjes on keys. I knew what I wanted this time. I knew what I wanted to hear. I knew that I wanted the tuba on Straight to Hell, and I knew I wanted that kind of piano sound. Yeah, and we added some stuff I didn't have in my mind, but what really worked afterwards. And I thought, oh yeah, maybe we can add this, maybe we can add that, and working together with a Big Bo, I think he's one of the best producers in Holland, and especially when you talk about blues stuff, But he knew what I wanted, and sometimes he said to me, "No, Marijn, we're not gonna do that.
Oh.
That's not gonna work." And sometimes I say, "Bo, we're gonna do it. You might think it's not gonna work, but it's gonna work." And that's the way how we work. We clashed, but it was always up to cooperate. I was up to a good thing, and that's why I can say maybe it's Human. It's a concept album, because the vibe is so good, and there's a lot of diversity as well. But the overall feel, the overall vibe is wonderful. Really.
Yeah, we have a lot difficult sounds and instruments. So this is something dedication, I think, for the special people who really want to delect it and the special music, because every time when you listen, you try to find something new part, new notes,
Yeah.
new moments when what you're not listening the last time. And of course, we have different days and different moment in life. So every moment we be listening in something, another situation, the song. But
Yeah.
definitely that song opened the chapter with, I think, the special side with your side, because we have had a couple new instruments who open it much more perspectivity with philosophy concept and music and concept to show your soul. I think this is soul what we can touching little
Yeah,
bit.
thank you. Yeah, yeah, thank you for understanding that, because you really listen to it, and I appreciate it. Really.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what you say. That special person like Jimi Hendrix or Janis Joplin, many popular music die in 27 years when they have the 27 years, and but really good artists always I think need to experimental with the music. And if we're looking for history in Janis Joplin, she also tried to experimental with the instruments, with the new instruments. That's why she decided quit with the first band and opened the second band. When we listen with the new instruments, what giving too much more power and much more space for the
Yeah,
voices and all that soul what all artists tried to show for the people.
yeah,
So we have a lot different difficult music, and we have also the Black Sabbath. Tony Iommi also want to experiment with a couple another instrument, but Ozzy said no.
yeah.
So that was stopping. But sometimes artists decided open a new chapter with private albums. So we have situation like Bruce
Yeah,
Dickinson and many others
yeah,
artists who
sure.
try to something to do it with second side with the what they cannot do with the first band.
Yeah,
And so my gratulation, this is new step for your road and who open a new chapter. Your lyrics and composition are deeply personal and authentic. So this is that what we now have discussion. So where and how do you usually find your creative spark? Does songwriting come to you in moments of silence and solitude, or does it spark from the house of everyday life of meeting people? Who or what is your great inspiration for both music and words?
I don't know if you can see that broken clock over here.
I not see it's broken, but I see
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't turn anymore.
All right.
Well, that's my first love. Those guys. That was my first love. Was Kiss. You know, from a Kiss is from a how can I tell you, a passionate way of loving music. It's vibrant. It does something to me. When it comes to lyrical writings, I have a couple of favorites songwriters like Kevin Kinney, Tim Scott McConnell, the more singer-songwriter songwriter related artists, and I think that comes together in my music. Yeah, it always goes. It's always about something, you know. It's very hard for me to write a song about, you know. I said my favorite singer-songwriter is Kevin Kinney. He writes about America, what he sees in America. He writes about cars. He writes about, and he can write, and he sings, and you feel America. You feel that car. You feel the journey he has taken. I found that difficult to. It's for me. It's difficult to lyrically create a scene when it's not about me or what I have um, what I feel or my inspiration, I'm getting better at that. But yeah, it comes from the heart, and when it comes, it comes. When there's a song, I'm working on my guitar, playing some, and when there's a spark, there it goes, and that song is finished in, well, maybe an hour, and in the days after that, I just polish it up and change a word here and there and somewhere. But when it comes like it comes like vomiting.
Oh, yeah, but you never know when come.
Yeah, it's there then,
We can say
so
it's coming with insight with you.
yeah, and it's there, and I have the vision of the song, where it has to go, how it has to sound, so that's how it works. And and I'm at the moment I'm writing a song about, um, not especially about me, but about how we forget our neighbors,
Mhm.
and we're only thinking about ourselves, and you don't know the trouble of your neighbor, of maybe you can help him. I mean, um, we're we are so, um, narrow-minded sometimes, and just think about ourselves. It's a song what I'm writing about at the moment. Well, actually, it's finished because it came last week, and it's there. Um,
So that be
but yeah,
opening new chapter with the new album or something single.
yeah, yes, I think that there's a
Again, we don't have it voices. Sorry. Sometimes probably it's not good connected with cable, or maybe internet it's not good in that places. But we wait. We have very interesting
Michael.
discussion.
Are
Oh,
we here
just
again?
yes, we have now. It's great.
Yeah, strange. Yeah. So yeah, well, I'm maybe thinking about a total acoustic album, and I don't know. This album, it took a lot of time, it took a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And with the last
uh,
album, The Human, if we want to play now music, what is your suggestion? What we can play and show the people something interesting music?
from that album,
Yeah,
well,
what we play
um,
now.
wow. If you want to, well, play the second song. It's a blues. It's a blues song.
The
It's
Last Train.
The Last Train, and Big Bo, my producer, playing harmonicas on it. So I owe him that one, I think.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to share with you the new album Human, Spook the Band, with the title The Last Train. Let's check it. Yes, very great song. I think have a good tempo and a nice style. We feel that American style in that song, and of course, train symbolic. Yeah, travel. What everyone always want to travel. So this is something what the last time what I spoke with a couple artists, and I said, okay, so my train with my radio starts. So it was not something situation when I try imagination the train is back to the first station. Now I'm for the 10 for 14 15 station, and sometimes artists want to say it, hey, come back and come to me and say it, sorry, but train it's cannot stopping and back, only go to the places when it's goes. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's hard to sometimes explain the artist how much important to investing the time and to be concentration for something what is very important to promote it, because sometimes young artists think it's everything coming for them for with every side. Yeah, but I think this is the moment when you are young and you think everything it's opened for you, and this is the moment when you're growing up and you must listen a lot things. And so we have this nice discussion, ladies and gentlemen. This book, Marijn Ooijman from Netherlands. It was my guest in Radio Online, Lucas Frankenstein. This is broadcast Studio Rolf, Muzyka ROLF, Music ROLF from Netherlands, but this is international special broadcast. So everyone who have the bands or play or sing private, always it was opened for you. So you can contact with me on lucasfrankenstein.com. And if everything be okay with your side, with your music, we can arrange an interview and promote it, your bands, your style. So my radio, it was opened for you. We are waiting. Let's back and for the question. And in January 2026, alongside the album release, you launched a very unique theater project called Headspoke Gename and Bite. It were hard to find me good conversation for that name, but the ghost, yeah, the ghost called. It's just one moment, and I need something
yeah. It's
using.
a spook called ambition. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
you can
yeah,
say it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The ghost called ambition. You dive into what ambition this person touching on narcissism, fear, and upbringing. What did you feel that the album alone wasn't enough, and that you need a theater format to tell this story? Is ambition a ghost that has activity chase your trojans, your life?
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, from the day from day one, I saw that band Kiss on performing on stage.
Hmm.
At that moment, I knew I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want a rock and roll band. I want to be in the spotlight, and I chased that. Yeah, I chased that in many ways. It's a total ambition. Um, um, and now I'm like I said, I'm 55 years old, and I'm still, after 25 years, and actually much longer. But 25 years, my first album came out. I thought it's gonna be it. I'm gonna be a superstar.
Yeah, that's what I said about young person. What I always think
Yeah,
the word is yours.
yeah. The world is at my feet. Yeah. Um, and now, that ambition is declining a little bit, but I always leave the door a little bit open because you never know. And if it comes, when it comes, I want to be ready for that. So I don't know. Maybe, Rolf, you helping me in a very good way, and give me a tour in Poland. And I don't know, whatever happens,
Yeah,
I want people to know about.
again, voices. We don't have the voices. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes that happened. I think this is a situation when we have the problem with the contact connected with the internet. Probably it's not good internet. In Marijn don't have good internet, so sometimes it's stopping. But we a little bit wait. We have a couple times this day that situation. Yeah, we have it that couple times situation. I think this the internet it's not stability. That's why it's stopping automatically. But it's fine. We can continue. All right.
And at theater show, I know I'm not gonna play on big stages anymore, but I like it. I like to tell my story, and I think this story is a great story for theaters, and the theater show is about 14 songs and my stories and pictures and videos in between about my journey in the music world, and that's the whole world you scheduled, from being in the band and having my own bar, booking agency, all that stuff, making the Blueskrant, interviewing artists for our paper. It's all there, and yeah, I still want to be famous. I don't know why, but that's
good. It's good. So this is something what give you a power and positive energy and motivation, inspiration. This is your goal. It's good to have something goals. If someone have the goals that always push you to doing something what usually you not to do. But look, for now you have 2 albums. You now work probably for the another one, and you have the time created when you have the shower, what you say it in the first moment. You have time created in something another situation in what we have epidemic. You're not stopping, you still fight for your dream. So this is something what can give also inspiration, I think, motivation for another artist. You always must fight for your dream. It's never stopping. So let's spoke about another questions. When you are not on stage as the frontman of SPOOK the Band, your life still revolves around art. You are a music and journalist, publisher of the respected Dé Blueskrant, and you have worked as tour manager and booker for international artists. It's a lot, really, to do with that. I little bit know how it was because I've been little shortly time young band manager, so I know how it was work with the big bands, and so it was not easy road, and it's really important to have the good calendar and schedule what you must do every day, and be careful not to go to the red line. But in that last question, in this question, how do you balance being the artist in the spotlight with the business and journalistic side behind the curtain? What do you what do you do when you want to completely discount from the music and industry?
Well, of course, there are 2 different things, but
Yes.
well, it's very easy to combine them. And it keeps me in running, and it keeps me in. It keeps me thinking about music, talking about, and we're not only talking to. Not only talking as a journalist to the local bands, but I'm always talking to Joe Bonamassa, to Alice Cooper, to Sheila E., to and everybody has his story, has something to say, and especially the black African American artists in America, they have a lot to say, and I think it's important to write that down, and for as many readers as possible, so our paper is free of charge. It's my opinion. Information about artists and bands must be free. but you have to pay the artists for the music, for their shows, for the merch. In my opinion, that's how it's supposed to be. Well, who am I? It helps me out thinking about my own songs, about the way you have to say things, and it's really good to combine things. And music industry, at the moment, it's for everybody so hard to get any money out of it.
And what do you feel your family? You said you have daughters, so you must have also time for family and the works. So how you tried to connect that everything?
How to balance it? You mean?
Yeah,
I can't. I think it's really it's not impossible, but I think it's really hard to like I said earlier, life is hard, and I think managing.
Did you have hard rules? Except I work and start
Hard
day
rules?
6. Yeah, hard rules. I start 6:3. If you're calling to me after 3.
Now I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. All right. Maybe it's something problem with the internet. So the hard rules. So that means it's maybe someone tried call to you 4:00 p.m. and you said no, I open it only to 3. So I have time only for my family, but the music and the all infrastructure, it was work 24 hours per 7 days. So it was very hard to balance with that.
Yeah, and that's in my theater story. In my theater thing, I talk about that I missed out on several occasions with my kids and with my family and with my friends, and I still think it's hard because there's always that little voice in my head. To get out there, get on that stage, and I don't know. I can gauge that at the moment. Well, a little better than before because, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but I try anyway. It's
okay, so let's try it. Maybe show the person who listening for us you, and we show you with the second side with the fast question, quick free round for the social media reels that we publish. Okay, so this is a moment when you have about for everything 2,3 minutes. So please very quickly for the answer, because it's important to know it. It's you are concretely to sure what is the answer. So when I ask for you, you need to choose only one with the option. First question: recording studio or live stage?
Live stage.
Second: intimate theater or big open air festival?
The small theater, because at the moment, because it's better for my story.
All right. Vinyl record or streaming, Spotify?
Vinyl, yes, it's there. Vinyl. It's on vinyl.
Writing lyrics at night or composing in the morning?
Well, I can't choose about that, but because it just happens in the moment, and if it can be at night, can be in the morning, so it's no.
Traditional blues or modern rock?
The first one.
Role of manager, publisher, or role of frontman.
Frontman.
Scotland, yeah, referencing the cancelled 2004 tour of the Netherlands.
Now I think we have to do Scotland.
Back to the Scotland. All right.
Yeah.
The melody or the lyrics?
I think, oh man, when I first listen when I hear a song in the first place, it's about the music that struck me. So I go for music.
Mm-hmm. Coffee or a post, show or beer?
Oh, a coffee, absolutely.
The past, colors of
If you had said whiskey, then it was probably whiskey.
All right. The past, colors of the future, human.
Human, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now we can play something another. With sound with your the last album, Human, and what you can choose. Would that be dedicated for all person?
Dedicated for all person.
Or maybe someone special.
Well, for everybody, I would dedicate "Human" for everybody. This song, it's a long song, but it's
shortly. If we choose something shortly because we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, "Dance for Me Now" for my daughter, because she's on there and I love her very much.
All right. So this moment we dedicated this song for your daughter, and dance. Dance
For me now.
All
Yeah.
right, ladies and gentlemen, Spook, you listening now. Radio Online, Lucas Frankenstein.
Blue eyes in the morning never wake me up too late. Soon surrounded by
Okay, and we back again to the studio Radio Online Lucas Frankenstein broadcast Studio Rolf Music Rolf, and today we have special guests from Netherlands, Spook the Band, and a representation band person Marijn Ooijman. Marijn Ooijman, so your latest album is titled Human, yet we are living in an era of rapid AI development where artificial intelligence is heavily stepping into the rhythms of art, creative writing, and music production. In your opinion, how should musicians and artists navigate life in the age of AI? Should they collaborate with as a tool or be highly cautious of it? And most important, in a world governed by algorithms, do creators still have a chance to preserve their true selves and authentically without the help of AI?
Well, it's a good question because I think every musician is struggling with that. We can't deny that AI is there.
Mhm.
It's not gonna go away. So you can use it as a musician, you know, um, not by producing AI songs. But well, listen, I wrote a song. I had a song in my mind, and I knew I would want to hear it, but I had no band around me. So I wrote a song for my lovely wife, and um, I thought, and I played the song, I recorded the song with my guitar, and I let AI do his thing. And the first time I thought this is totally crap.
Mhm.
But I start working with it, with what I want to hear, what I want to, what guitar I want to hear, what kind of um, uh, um,
Modern
copper,
instruments and
yeah, what I want to, and it started to develop as a song I heard in my head. It became a great song, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna put it out like that. I can easily put my own voice on it. That's not a problem. But it's for me, it's a demo I can present to the boys and guys. This is how it has to be, like this. Um, and then there is their interpretation of it. Um, so for me, it was useful, but it wasn't very different than I had in my mind. But I can use it as a pre-production. That's that's how I use it. Um, yeah, I think that's a way to use it. Um, um, yeah, but you had talked about algorithms and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I put something on AI and some my song and somebody AI is going to learn from that. It's going to do something with that. Yeah, true. That's totally true. But I think that there comes a time we can, you know, when internet came, everybody was scared.
Mhm.
All that kind of stuff. I think we have to learn to live with it, but there has to come rules um, for the artist. Artists have to get paid for their um, for their songs, for the lyrics, for everything they and also the band members who play on the song.
Mhm.
Um, it, when there when there are some good rules that we can check, I think AI can be a useful thing, you know. But at
Do
the
you
moment,
think
it's still,
AI can be using only for the something people special group or not for kids? Now we have the
I
couple
th-
countries who stopping the social media for the
yeah.
kids for the 14, 15, 16 years. We have situation in Norway when the kids who
Mhm.
using the tablets 10 years for the 1 decade, they lose control with the writing the books. They cannot reading the something what is writing normal.
Yeah, but I think that's not typically related to AI. It's
Mhm.
related to all the impact influences, all the things they have to take in. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, I played on the street. Yeah,
Mhm.
I dropped I think 1,000 times of my bicycle and scratched my knee. You know, um, and played in the woods and climbing and you know and all that stuff. Yeah, it's important that kids learn it in another way. All right, they also have to learn about the digital things because it's not gonna go away. But that must in a slower way, in an easy way. Um, there's so much to learn. I think there's more to learn outside and besides all those digital things, there's more to learn
Yeah,
without
but
digital
but but
things.
look, the kids, with my opinion, this is of course private, but also opinion with a lot people with a lot articles on the world, with the Times, the New York Times, many others. We read information when the kids losing control with the social media. They're losing the moment when they are young. They are not going to outside to play in the football. They not try to play in the guitars. They not try it to doing something what they can help to them growing up. But
Yeah,
in the
that's what I
second
say.
side,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and in the second side, something another group said, okay, but they growing up with the social media, with they growing with the AI, with the new technology, who help for them with the new offers with the works, because we now observing how the old works, like the also journalists, the writers, and many others, it was slowly closed. And because we have a situation with the music and or radio, also something streaming on live online, but only with the AI.
well, it's all about the structure. It's all about how do you dose there, how do you um um how
So you
much
think we
time
need
do you,
the hard rules, something about that, also with the political rules?
I don't know if it's about political rules. I think it's about a common sense of the parents. You know,
Mhm.
uh, um,
But
it's all
parents
about.
need but the parents need something programmed to understand how they can learn and live with that one, and explain to the kids. If
Yeah,
they need the program, so that must somebody create it, like the government.
I don't know. I don't know about the government. I don't know
Yeah, yeah.
if the
I
government.
try to only find solution, but this is only a question about AI and small discussion. What we have now about that, what happened around for us, and
Mhm.
because you and I, we live in the age when we don't have internet, and we growing up with that what you said, when a lot groups be careful and scare about that what coming with internet. Now we have age, the generation that we call for that generation Z, and the young kids who born in the age with internet, so they don't know it how it was growing up. If you don't have it internet, they can only listen for the story, his story. They can watching the movie, reading the books, how it was in the past. And now we have another age with AI, another generation who growing up and born in the situation when we have the AI, so they not understand completely how it was another situation to live if you don't have it that. So I think the artist must be something like the bridge with the song, with the text, and when giving the hands with that situation, that generation. to explain and try to help to walk to second
Oh yeah,
side.
yeah. It can be a bridge, but it doesn't. It's not a duty, you know. It's not that I have to do it.
All right.
No, I like to do it myself. I like to do it, but that's not how you start as an artist. You don't start as an artist. I'm going to be an artist and I'm going to help some kids. That's not the way it works, you know. To refer on Kiss again, you know, that was about live your life the way you want it, be yourself, and have a party, you know.
Yeah. The Kiss open a new chapter. That would, I think, it's also a little bit open it with your situation with the theater, with that all mask, with the scene, what they start created.
Yeah, you know, and that's a total different way than a protest singer-songwriter, you know, like a Bob Dylan or like a Neil Young, you know. Yeah, there are artists there that start making music because they want to say something, but it's not for all artists. So they can be a bridge, but it's not a duty for everybody. It's not, you know.
So everyone must find something private sense for self.
Yeah, and I think that the overall music scene, you know, and you know, when I look at all the festivals that from the summer, Rockwerchter, the North Sea Jazz Festival, Pink Pop, everything, you know, all the kind of festivals, they are, you know, it gathers the people. It's all about love, being together, having a good time, you know. So it works. It of course it works. But I find it difficult, you know.
So we can say you must be self.
You must decide yourself.
Not for everyone, but be self. And I think artists be self, then other people find the mission in your song, in your text, and in your everything what you to do. All right.
And I think I have now, at my age, 55, I have more to say than when I was 20. So it's also some kind of evolution in what you want to say and
Na chwilkę pauza, just one moment pause. We have a problem with the sound, but we are back, so please don't
me
go
again,
away.
no?
Yes, we have again back. I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Strange things happen every day.
All right. So maybe we back for another question. So bringing it back to the stage, where can fans catch you live in the near future? What are the upcoming concert and theater plans for SPOOK the Band?
Well, we try to take our theater show through all 2027. So the fall and the winter we're full of theater shows, and we want to bring them on to 2027. But we also want to play some band shows in 2027. So we're still going strong.
All right. So this year you have something planning. I know it. Everyone who be interesting, everyone can go to your website to SPOOK. And in that website, you can find all information about, of course, bands, great photos, also with story, how it was starting and how it was growing up. And so you can find also information with links to all social media. So it would be nice if all person who listening us now or the future also observe and like it that social media. And we have also information about news and news. So that meant what you're planning, of course, with all information with the concerts. With the
concert is
concert
on the homepage. Yeah,
homepage.
On the
Oh yeah,
homepage.
all
Yeah,
right. So in concerts, so this means we can this moment discount this one, but that means in the website we can find information about
all
that
the shows.
also,
Yeah.
all the shows what you're planning. So it's fine. It's great to see you have still try to do something. It's not stopping. First moment, I think maybe it's on the vacation, but this is only your time, so it's good to regeneration, the battery charging. And finally, the last question. We're looking back at your it was 30-year journey in the music world as artist, manager, and journalist. What is your most crucial message for young bands, emerging artists, and people who are just growing their wings in the world of art? What advice were you giving them for their development?
For the development, well, I think I can. I hope I can be very short.
Yeah, now you can be listening big motivation, inspiration, and a little bit like the bridge.
Yeah. Don't let anybody get you off your dreams. You follow your dreams, and doesn't matter what anybody say. If you have an idea, if you have a vision, you follow your heart, and don't let anybody tell you other ways, And even if your dream doesn't come true, please look at the journey. I forgot to look at the journey, And sometimes the hunt is so much better than the catch.
Mm-hmm.
So, 30 years. I've been on the road for 30 years. I did so much, so many different things as well, and that journey is maybe more important for me as a person than being on the main stage of ping pong. Oh yeah, I do want to play on main stage ping pong for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. But keep that dream forever and ever, but don't forget to look at the journey.
All right. So this is a special message from SPOOK representation person Marijn Ooijman, who been my guest this special broadcast radio online. Lucas Frankenstein. I hope everyone who coming, and we have a couple person who sent special message. Thank you for everyone who sent message. Mr. Maria, Miss also Kasia. Great interview. Greetings from Apeldoorn. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that message. Thank you for listening. Thank you for Poland. Also, hello from Poland. There was Maria. There was also Mr. Richard who sent message for us, and many others. So thank you everyone who listening for us, and watch for us on lucasfrankenstein.com, because we soon publish all interview also in Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So you can back for this one and listen one more time in the car or travel, wherever you've been, and try to find something interesting, motivation, inspiration. And of course, don't forget, check website SPOOK and all social media, what you can find all in comments and all information, all website when it's published this moment, this interview. Marijn Ooijman, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for you can have share with your all information story and everything.
You.
I hope your song still be with us on the top 20 list, and if not, it's coming also another album what have the chance also starting to be first places. So thank you very much for this moment. Thank you everyone, and I wish everyone a nice evening. And the next weekend we have the contact with a new artist from England, from exactly London, and that'd be a Paul Rock. Also his song is also top 20 list, so you can listen in a España version. That what we published this moment. That be also final FIFA and that day in the next week. So that was be a big challenge for us to do it that, but we can do it. And for the 2 weeks later, I have a special guest from Greece. And they have small tournée at this moment in Europe. And we have the contact with them in a small castle in the South Netherlands when they coming and they have the small concert. I believe that be a big concert, but the coming has a lot of people. But all information you can find on website Lucas Frankenstein and Facebook also lucasfrankenstein.com. Marijn Ooijman, thank you very much for today, and I wish you, all bands with your representation all the best.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I crossing fingers for everything. It was be fine and realized.
Thank you very much, and thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Please don't quit. We back just a moment.
We thank our guest and all of you for joining us. We invite you to listen to our internet radio Lucas Frankenstein bands to collaborate. See you in future episodes.